So, hey, thanks for doing this for me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. No, thank you so much for having me. Always happy to talk about Bluey.
Where are you right now?
We are in, where are we? We're in Boise, Idaho. Sorry. The days blur together sometimes.
Yeah. How many like stops are you doing on this tour?
Oh, well, so we've been on tour for 14 months now. And this year we're still on tour until October. So we're starting to do a lot of repeat venues. So I honestly couldn't tell you how many stop. I want to say maybe around 400 and something so far.
Wow. This is this because we saw you. My wife and kids saw you. Were you guys here last year?
Yeah, we were in San Diego February 24th last year.
Okay, right. So
Yeah.
yeah, we saw you. Yeah.
Yeah.
In your bio, it says that you've seen every episode of Bluey twice. At
Yeah.
least twice. So I have two little girls, and I beat you by like a million, I think.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
They watch it.
Well,
They watch it every single day, and they're obsessed with it. So
oh, I love that. That's so great. I mean, look, I still turn it on, so like it's just I have it on the background when I'm getting ready for work, and it's just something you can put on all the time. I love it.
right, yeah, it's just the best show ever. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. Oh, great.
So you play Bluey. It says so. What does that mean or sort of entail?
So the show's based around puppetry. So there's puppetry and then there's live actors. So we're not hidden in the show at all. We're actually quite visible. But us as actors, we tune into our puppets and we kind of go on the same emotional journey that they do. Just so that we can, get the storytelling across to the audience, and like we are there with the characters going on the same journey that they are throughout the whole show. And it really helps you guys as an audience to kind of tune into the storyline. And more than often, you will find that people don't actually really notice us as puppeteers. They're actually just watching the puppets the whole time and really engaged in the story that way.
You're completely right. I remember when we saw it last year, like for the first couple of minutes, you're like, we're watching you and all that, and then you just magically sort of disappear, and we're just like focused on
Yeah.
the story and the characters, and it's just amazing how your brain sort of filters you guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's magical how we just blend into the set and the story, and before you know it, you're just essentially watching another episode of Bluey.
Right, yeah. So, like, what is the most difficult part of playing Bluey?
Most difficult part.
Like puppetry wise and.
I think, I mean, it's like live theater, there's things that can happen that we're not used to, or, like if there's a long pause or something. So it's really just, I think the most difficult part would be just remaining in, well, not so much difficult, more important, remaining engaged, remaining in the moment, live on stage, versatile to all the other actors around you and just ready for anything. Because as I said, it's live theater, anything can happen. And sometimes we've been hit with surprises that we then just go, okay, well, let's just go with this and work as a team and see what happens. So, but it's exciting in the same way.
So let's start at the beginning. So how did you get involved in the show?
Oh, yeah. So, Bluey's Big Play in Australia, and the play was so big they opened up auditions for a second casting so that we could have two shows running at the same time. And I was involved with the Bluey family as well in another show called Bluey Live. So I was fortunate enough to audition for Bluey's Big Play and got cast. And then we toured Australia for almost 2 years, and going through in and out of the pandemic and dealing with all that. So that's how my Bluey journey began. And now I'm here on the US tour and I absolutely love it.
How do you like touring America?
Oh, it's absolutely incredible. Like you guys, America really is bigger and better. Like you guys just absolutely go full out. We love our Australian audiences, and we weren't sure how you guys were going to receive it on this end, but the reactions we're getting from the audiences, they just blow our mind every time we go to a new city. It's just beautiful for us as Australians to bring something from our country over here to you guys to enjoy. And that's so rewarding in itself for us.
How big of a show is it in Australia?
Oh, it's huge. I mean, your daughters watch it all day, every day. It's like that in Australia, but just, like families all across the country. They all know who Bluey is. They all love Bluey. They all watch it, and it's just blowing up. It's just getting bigger and bigger.
How did you get like your sort of want to start doing this, like especially like working in like puppetry?
Yeah, this is my first puppetry um, experience, really. So I come from a dancer and a character actor background. So I've done a lot of that stuff through Disney and DreamWorks and kind of our local theme parks at home. And when I got word that the puppetry job was up for grabs, it was just kind of like I thought I'd go for it. And it's amazing the connection that I have made because it's essentially kind of the same thing. You know, you're acting, but it's not our voices acting. So we kind of act through animation and movement and portray the story that way. And I found a strong connection that I was able to really kind of just, you know, like do that really well, essentially.
It's
Yeah, I love it.
it's amazing watching you guys up there. I mean, just like you can tell that you guys are just like part of the character. It's just what you guys do is just brilliant. It's just great.
Oh, thank you so much. Honestly, it's just magical for us. Honestly, we come off stage and we're just we look. I mean, you know, we look out into the audience. We see a sea of people who are just loving the show, families. You know, not just the kids, like parents and grandparents too. And that's just the most rewarding experience for us all.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. I mean, people love the show so much. It's got to feel good for you,
Yeah.
just to make you happy, making, seeing these kids smile and making their day and, week, month,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, it's incredible, honestly. Sometimes in our meet and greet experience, we have parents come up to us and say, she's been looking forward to this, all month, or, like since Christmas when we got them the tickets. So the fact that we get the opportunity to make that kid's day is just an incredible experience for us as well.
So I'm curious, with your audition, never having done puppetry, what was that like? I mean, did you walk in there and say, "Hey, I'm a newbie here. I don't know what I'm doing."
So they CV, so they knew that I hadn't done anything puppetry before. So
Like, did you beat out
it was
other people who had done puppetry before, where they're like, "Ah," when you got?
yeah, I did actually. I consider myself very lucky to be honest, but I walked into the audition and I just said, as every actor does in any audition, going to give this my best shot, push yourself, step outside your comfort zone. And that is just kind of the best way to progress because you never know what's going to happen. And you walk out of an audition and you just sometimes you're like, yeah, I nailed that. Sometimes you're just like, oh, I'm really not sure. And it can go either way, the outcome. So, but yeah, even from getting the role just to rehearsals and then just I consider myself a hard worker, so I practiced a lot. I really wanted to get a handle of all the mechanisms and what I could control. And then once I had that under my belt, then I, start to explore the possibilities of different reactions and different breath and that all those elements, believe it or not, are just what brings the story together. There's so many layers, but it's just an incredible experience and journey for me as a growing actor. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. And the opportunities you've gotten, like to travel all over America, and you went to, I know
Yeah.
you've been to like UK and
Yeah. So I recently traveled over to the UK, train and rehearse in that new cast as well. So that was an incredible experience for me personally because I was working alongside our main puppet director and he's brilliant. And I just got the opportunity to watch his process from beginning, the ground up and just to assist with that and see the show come to life was just incredible for me. Yeah, so grateful.
I'm an actor too, so I always love to ask these questions. I used to do a lot of children's theater, and obviously nothing on like the level that you're doing now. But there were so many just like crazy things that would happen in the audience or on stage. What is some of the craziest things that or on stage mishaps that have happened to you guys?
Yeah, so we've had venues that have ramps that kind of go out into the seating areas. So we've had little friends just come and wander up to us right in the middle of the show when
No
our puppets
way.
are doing
Yeah.
their thing. Way. And we're just, what do you do? Like we're running a track and the story is not going to stop. So we just kind of keep our puppets engaged, but also, still continue our choreography. And it's just, it's, I don't know, it brings a joy as well, like the element of like, oh, this is live theater.
You don't want some stagehand tackling the little kids.
Oh, and like the kids are just so desperate to get up there and just like be with Bluey and Bingo, and that's beautiful to see,
That's
you
so
know. It's
sweet.
like just
Yeah.
wait till the end though.
Right. Yeah. That is so sweet. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had kids
Yeah,
like pee their pants in the audience, and it's just,
yeah,
yeah, it's just nuts. But
yeah.
it was just so cute.
Yeah, I mean, I've recently gone out and watched of one of our productions, and just to kind of, they do that. We go sit in the audience every now and then just to get a sense of a reminder of how big this impact is on all these audiences all across the country, and it's just mind blowing. It gives you goosebumps. The kids just, it's just really does remind you of the impact of what we're doing and how great it is and how much you guys love it, and we're just we just get to do it every day, and it really is the best job in the world.
Thank you so much for talking with me again, and can't wait to see the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I can't wait to see you at the show. Hope you girls love it and you have a great time.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Have a good
Thank
rest of
you.
your day and all
Bye.
that. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.